Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode today on Sports Extra Uncut. Unfortunately, our boys Zach and Blake are not going to be here today, but that's okay. The real MVP, he showed up to the plate today. What's your name, man?
You already know it's Ralph Council. You know me, man. Here every week, every Monday.
Ralph Council, always coming in clutch, reliable. Mr. Reliable coming in here, talking about the NBA playoffs today. We're going to give you a quick recap of everything that we saw from a couple of play-in games to a few about just everything news-wise in the NBA. And hopefully next week we'll have the boys back in here because we only got about 2 or 3 more episodes before we have to get out of here for the summer. But don't worry, Sports Extra Uncut will be returning in the spring of 2022. I almost forgot what year it was. So hopefully next week we'll talk more about the Pacers. But this week, we're just gonna stick around with every game so far that's happened in the playoffs and some news, and let's just get at it, man. But first off, Ralph, tell me about your weekend, man. How was it?
No, weekend was cool. I ain't really do much work. Do a little homework. You know, that's all I do.
That's all you do, man.
Work and watch basketball.
Where do you work at again?
Rallies on third.
Oh yeah, you do work at Rallies on Third. Still coming to get my free meal, free fries at least. Rallies fries, you cannot tell me they're not top 5, top 3 even. Like Rallies
they
fries.
They do got some good fries, bro.
Maybe next time we'll talk about the best fries. No. Speaking of the best, one of the better young players in the NBA today, Jason Tatum. He's only 19. No, I'm kidding. You remember that meme?
Bro,
He's only 19.
Bro, it doesn't. He feel like he's been in the league for years.
I absolutely agree. Like this man, he's only 23. I really do think.
He's 24. He'll be 25 sometime soon.
25.
Yeah, he'll be 20. I think he just turned 24.
Only 24 now. Well, I guess Ralph will be on the research page for that one.
Yep, he just turned 24, March 3rd.
You talk a little closer to the mic so we can hear you a little bit better.
I got you.
Yes, there we go. Yeah, now we're all good.
Yeah, but he just turned 24 March 3rd, so he's still not 25.
And this man has he has a kid. So
Yeah.
What's his name? Deuce?
Mm-hmm.
Deuce? I can't wear these. Sorry, I just cannot wear those. Yeah, but anyway, about Tatum, I mean, Mr. Game Winner. So we're gonna talk about the quick games here today. So first off, we'll talk about the East, and we'll go to the West. But East, the best game undoubtedly has to be the Nets Celtics series.
Most definitely. Pained me that I missed that game because I had to work.
Mm-hmm. Sadly, but I mean, what else can you say? Like you can give. There's so much story in this. Like everyone was counting out the duo of Brown and Tatum.
Yeah. Everybody just thought that that they basically wasted a second seed this year because you gotta play the Brooklyn Nets, but I feel like the Celtics they not scared of nobody, man.
They are not. They are not messing around.
And they gonna go at you, man.
I'm here for it, man. Like Celtics fans have been just not in the best of positions like the last couple of years. I mean, go back to when LeBron was still here in the East since his return. Like even when he was in Miami, like they
literally always get the short end of the stick, bro.
Really do.
Like after they won that championship in 2009. I think it was 2009.
Oh wait,
no, 2008. 2008.
Oh wait, yeah, it was 08.
But they just haven't had good luck after that, bro. But they did get. One thing they did get lucky is trading Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett for all them picks.
Yeah, lucky enough.
Because they literally should not have gotten Jason Tatum, bro. He was supposed to be on the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
Nah, he definitely. Oh, man, that whole thing could be a whole conversation piece on how bad the Nets management was.
I mean,
bringing 36, 37-year-old KG Paul Pierce for 3 first-round picks. What are you doing?
I don't know why they thought they were going to win the championship with that one. No disrespect to them because they're both NBA legends, but they were definitely out of their prime when that trade happened.
Absolutely. Yeah. But let's go quickly through the scoring outbreak throughout these whole games. Jason Tatum, undoubtedly the best player on that court. On that game.
Kyrie did have 39, though.
He did have 39, but there's something about the difference between Tatum and Kyrie. Kyrie, he just builds up to the crowd too much and gets in his own head, I feel.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely gonna get fined
For what
for flicking them off. Definitely gonna get
he
fined, but
flipped off every Celtics fan there. Being like,
exactly.
he was just mocking them, cursing back, walking in the locker room, saying some vulgar things.
But
It's
I
funny.
feel like honestly, bro, if the Nets gonna win this series, Kyrie and Kevin Durant both probably gonna have to average 30.
100%.
And that's just being real, bro. They cannot have no bad games at all.
No. And
That's not saying that the Nets like their role players aren't good, but literally this game none of their role players, nobody after that 39, the next was 14 from Goran Dragic. So if you're not getting nobody that's at least dropping probably 15 to 17 a game behind KD and Kyrie, it's going to be a tough series for them.
you heard it here. Ralph, he knows what he's talking about. I mean, just look at the facts. Jason Tatum, he had 31 points. Horford, he has been a huge addition.
Literally,
to this team.
They have 4 players with 20 plus.
Mm-hmm. And the rebounding numbers, it's just insane how Horford's like 36, 37 years old, still putting up 15 boards a night, double-doubling.
Come on, Andre Drummond, 8 and 4.
Yeah. 8 and 4 for Andre Drummond. Ooh, that's not pretty. And he only played 17 minutes.
We need him to at least get 10 rebounds a game.
Not 4. Al Horford's out-rebounding Andre Drummond is not a good sign.
Yeah, he rebounded Andre Drummond and Nick Claxton. He
Yeah,
literally
combined.
almost combined. They both had.
I think combined they had 12.
Yep, combined they had 12. Yep.
Yeah,
So he's out rebounding both of their centers.
Ridiculous. And the fact
something's got to give.
Like, yeah, you can say what you want to say. Kyrie, he's doing his thing. 40 points almost. Like KD, like this game was a great defensive one towards the end. It came down to the exact same second as the buzzer. Like Jason Tatum, everyone was like clowning KD for missing that assignment when Tatum hit the backdoor cut to hit the game winner. But at the same time, Brown is literally wide open at the top of the key. So what are you supposed to do?
I mean, honestly, either way, I would have took the Brown at the top of the key because
I'm not leaving Jaylen Brown wide open. Like it's not. Fault.
Yeah, it's not either. Neither way, it's not KD. He just made a good back cut. Mm-hmm. That happens all the time anywhere.
Yeah, and literally, like it was Nick Claxton and I think someone else. I can't remember who. Maybe Brown.
I think he spent off Kyrie.
Yeah,
he spent off Kyrie to after like as soon as he caught it. That was just good.
That was
hands.
nasty.
That was just good heads up awareness. As soon as you catch the ball to spin like that, and you got to have so much body control to do stuff like that, bro.
Well, it was Marcus Smart who threw the. I think he got the ball in the corner.
Yeah, he pump faked. He split the defense and he kicked it.
Yeah, when he kicked it and 2 Nets players came out, so immediately it's like 5-on-3 at that point. Like no one's gonna stay on you. Like you can't really blame. It's just the tough situation.
I mean, if you got Marcus Smart dropping 20 and Al Horford dropping 20 on top of 30 and 23 from your 2 best players, every game's gonna be a close game if they can play like that every game.
And just the Nets, they didn't play bad whatsoever.
Literally, like you can't
54% from the field.
Exactly.
Like there's nothing more you want. 47 or 46 from 3. Like
there's nothing more you can do, man.
Nothing at all. Like thinking about going all the way towards the end of the series, I mean,
yeah, they both.
Is it really who are you gonna pick? Like it's kind of hard not to pick. It's like definitely a tough series to pick one of the two. But as of right now, I don't see anything wrong with Boston.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with Boston. Because, like, I said last week, it was a chance they wouldn't make the playoffs at all. Because they barely I think they beat the Cavs by, like, 5.
Yeah, barely.
So,
sadly, us Pacer fans don't get that second pick we were dreading.
We don't get that pick because they're in the lottery. So
gets pushed back to next year.
But I feel like they'll definitely make the playoffs next year.
Let's hope. But as it stands right now, it's hard to pick against Boston, even with the stacked up team of the Brooklyn Nets coming their way. Going on to the next game we got, a nice, cold, chilly. I'm doing too much.
It was very cold and chilly for Trae Young.
Yeah, very. In Miami, of all places. Trae Young, you know who that man is. He played basketball at Oklahoma, plays for the Atlanta Hawks. He owns 3 NBA teams now. He owns the Atlanta Hawks. He owns the New York Knicks, and he owns the Cleveland Cavaliers. This man is doing it all for this team, and everyone was a little scared. Like, yeah, it's gonna be tough to beat a Trae Young led team in a playing game, but when you run into this defensive monster of the
Yeah,
Heat, it's not gonna happen. Like, even with all these injuries going on, there's just nothing Trae Young can do by himself.
exactly. Also, Duncan Robinson, if he's shooting, I think he went 8 for 9. I'm pretty sure he went 8 for 9 from three. If you getting at least 5 threes out of Duncan Robinson a game, because that's pretty much what he's there for. He doesn't really do much other than that. He was 8 for 9, and I think 9 for 10 for the game.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
Duncan Robinson is one of the better shooters. I mean,
yeah,
he's
he's
kind of
def-
slouched down a little bit last
yeah, he's
couple
going
of
through
years.
all shooters go. Shooters gonna shoot. Shooters gonna go through
Exactly,
a slump.
Jimmy
So,
Neutron. That's what people say he looks like.
but he's definitely going. Shooters are gonna have a slump. Once he gets out of that, he's gonna be good. But you can just look at his stats and see like that's what he's there for. So if he's not on, he's not on at all.
hmm
Because literally all his points come from behind the 3-point line, as you can see. 27, 8 or 9 for three, so that's 24 points right there. So
Like, you could talk about everything that goes right for Miami's offense, but the fact that this defense can hold Trae Young to 8 points, like, that's something we've
yeah,
never really seen.
yeah, I don't think I've ever trained. I can't even remember the last time Trae Young scored less than probably like 15,
Double
20.
digits, even that. Like,
Exactly.
the fact that LeBron hasn't been held to single digits since like his rookie or second year in the league
Yeah, that's
back in
crazy
'04.
too.
Like, the fact that he just got, like, it's just insane to see this right now, and it's not going to come any better because with the fact that um the Hawks and how their defense match up, and with how John Collins has been, it's just not going to match up well with this defense of Miami. Like, I keep saying it, but Miami's defense is just way too much.
Yeah, because really, let's be honest, the main focus is gonna be Trae Young. So they're gonna put Jimmy Butler on Trae.
Right.
So if he's holding Trae Young to 8 points, which will probably won't happen again, but if he holds him to 8 points again, then it's gonna be a clear cut 4-0 series.
Absolutely.
But knowing Trae Young, I can guarantee this series at least go 6 games.
hmm
Trae Young's gonna get 2 wins.
Like, Trey, he can get 2 wins, but I don't see this happening like what happened last year.
Nah,
He-
they're not making it to the conference finals again.
They're not making it to the second round. Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
It's not going to happen. Like, they
not.
shot 39% for the field. That's not
Exactly.
good.
These are not the Knicks, guys.
And these are not the New York Knicks. The Knicks of New York. These are the Heat of Miami. And this team is coming, and they're a serious threat to run the East and make it all the way and potentially win it all big. And I'm sorry to say, Trae Young, but you are the villain. Love Trae Young.
Yeah, Trae
You're
Young.
not beating Jimmy Butler in them Heat.
Trae Young's definitely a villain, but I love that he accepts it and he embraces it.
He does, really. He does a good job. I mean, he is the villain, so hopefully we'll see what happens. I'm rooting for you, Trey, but Jimmy Butler and Miami mean business for sure. Going on to the third game now of the Eastern Conference. It's the third and the sixth seed. It is the Milwaukee Bucks and the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls, of course, down bad without Lonzo Ball, and they almost pulled it out.
I'm telling you, man, if DeMar DeRozan is going 6 for 25 and y'all only winning by 7, something's kind of fishy.
Something
there.
is a little bit
Something's
skewed,
kinda-
you can say.
Giannis finished with 27 and 16.
Hmm.
But you got to get more from Chris Middleton though.
Absolutely.
I seen a thing. It was like Chris Middleton. He's either Michael Jordan or what's that dude from the Bulls? Cristiano Falaci.
I remember that. Him. Oh my
it's
god.
like it's no in between. If he can find an in between and drop between, probably 17. I think he averaged like 19 this season. Just stay in between there. Drew Holiday dropping 15 on top of
Average your normal.
Yeah, exactly. You got Giannis, bro.
Yeah, just let Giannis eat and lead you.
Like
Just get on his back.
let Giannis lead you, and then when Giannis needs you, he gonna let you know.
Get on the backpack.
If you just let Giannis lead you, bro, and you just drop 19, 20 a game,
Mm-hmm. One thing you can say about this Bucks team is how much you can definitely tell they miss Brook Lopez.
yeah.
Because Brook Lopez missed like the majority of the regular season due to like some lower leg injury. And then finally he comes back just about a couple weeks ago, and he's made a huge impact already on the boards, in the
Splash
scoring.
Mountain.
Like the Milwaukee Bucks, like they won a championship for a reason. It wasn't no
Yeah, I know.
fluke. And they're finally trying to get it all back together
Yeah.
and run it back.
One thing people don't appreciate is Brook Lopez and his improvement with his 3-point shooting throughout his career.
Oh, absolutely.
Because Splash Mountain, baby.
Splash Mountain, man. Like everything can go well for this team. Like they have everything you want. You want defense, you got Giannis and Brook. You want shooting, you got Chris Middleton.
Don't forget about Drew.
Don't forget, I can't even slouch about Drew. Like even he's a good
Drew gonna lock somebody down.
Or Grayson Allen, for example.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll trip you, but
Yeah.
like he'll still shoot the ball and lights out. Like you want defense on the bench, like you got a great unit around Wesley Matthews and Bobby Portis, Pat Connaughton. Like everyone on this Bucks
they
team
have really
contributes.
good role players.
Mm-hmm. That's probably the thing that they have against the Bulls. And the thing is, like, it's not even their fault. It's they have good talent. It's just sometimes it just not gonna mesh well. And the disappearance of Lonzo.
Just
absolutely
that
brutal.
Lonzo injury, that's probably what's really gonna kill him. That's what killed him during the season. You see how bad they are defensively. Like that's their weak point is defense.
It's ridiculous, dude. And Zach LaVine, like, I know an 18-piece for you, like, it might seem nice, but at the same time, we need LaVine to lead.
Bro.
Like
you're the second best player on the team. If your best player's not picking it up, that means you got to pick it up.
I can't have Nikola Vucevic. Like, I mean, I would love Nikola to drop 24 and 17 on a nightly basis, but he cannot be the leader in the points category. DeMar, hopefully he can knock those shots because we know how close they were. Need Zach to step up. What else do you want? Just call him out, man.
Honestly, man, 6 for 25. Honestly, DeMar DeRozan probably never do that again in his life.
I could probably see it. like
he'll never drop.
He's had such a resurgence. I feel like he's the most improved player. Okay. DeMar?
He's definitely not most improved.
He's definitely the most relevant again.
He's the most underrated player in the NBA.
I think so. Most underrated DeMar?
Yeah.
Okay.
DeMar DeRozan for MVP. But y'all not ready for that conversation.
He's not getting MVP.
He's not, but
no.
But bro, you can make a case for it. You don't think
you're not wrong? You're not wrong.
Like,
you know what?
Who would have thought when he came to the Bulls they were going to become what's he the 6th seed?
Yeah.
Nobody thought that, bro. Everybody thought that the Bulls were like giving him too much money, this, that, and the third. But to go out on an average almost 28 points a game on 50% shooting,
it's nasty. You know, on the topic of most improved player, you know who's not getting the recognition they deserve and not winning?
Who?
Like, I don't think he's in the running for it anymore.
Who?
Jordan Poole.
Wow.
I don't think he is.
He's not. You know who's also?
Who?
You can make a case for Miles Bridges too, for the Hornets.
But
they just didn't. They didn't make the playoffs.
He was in the running last year though. Like, it's really hard. Not a lot improvement in my eyes. But yeah, I mean, in my opinion, like if this series can go 7, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going Milwaukee. Absolutely.
Definitely going. There's nobody.
Now this one, I mean, what else can you say about this team?
Bro, go look up Miles Bridges' stats and tell me.
I'm not looking at them.
Bro, you got to.
You want me to look at Miles Bridges'
and
stats?
then tell me he doesn't have a case, bro.
We'll do it after this one.
All right.
That'll be our little intermission from NBA. Or NBA playoffs, I mean. But the fact is, the Philadelphia 76ers, Tyrese Maxey is
come on, man.
Dogging Fred VanVleet. Like,
bro.
Breaking news.
I'm pretty sure Fred VanVleet fouled out too.
He did. Very early in the fourth. I think there was like still more than 10 minutes left. Like it was actually during the injury of Scotty Barnes that he had. He didn't get X-rays, so thankfully. But X-rays did show that he wasn't hurt, so he might be able to come back game 2. I doubt it.
He's out. I already looked it up.
He's already out. Okay, so never mind. No Scotty Barnes. So this completely, like, My opinion,
that completely shuts them down, kind of defensively. I mean,
it's just not. Yeah, I was gonna say, in my opinion, like
he's a
defensively, that takes
he's
him away.
literally such a big part of that team
Like this whole
already.
team,
Year one.
like he's doing a. Yeah, he has a good case for rookie of the year. You can like he could be your rookie of the year, but in my opinion, that's Evan Mobley.
I honestly see Evan Mobley. I hate that. I don't hate it because he played good this season, but K cutting him. I don't think he should be in the comp. He should, but like
He's not. He shouldn't
I don't
get
think he
talked
should.
about like he's gonna win. He's not gonna
Yeah,
win.
I don't think he. If
He
he
shouldn't
wins,
win.
if he wins, I honestly be pretty upset.
Like I couldn't even.
Not saying he doesn't deserve it because he did have like the second half of the season. He had a great second half of the season, but it's just it kind of being honest, it took him a little longer than people expected for him to
Agreed.
catch on to the.
He did. Yeah, he was hurt at the beginning of the year
Yeah,
too.
he was
so.
hurt, and then he took him some time. So
Hey man, but Cade, Detroit, you got yourself a dog. Like,
and then let's see who they get in the
oh, yeah,
draft.
hey,
You know what I mean?
yeah, Chet Holmgren. But going back to this series, I mean, the fact is, we'll start off with the 76ers. In my opinion, this team is destined for the Eastern Conference
They're
Finals at this point.
they're probably what's it called? If anybody could beat the Brooklyn I mean not Brooklyn, but the Bucks is probably the Sixers.
It has to be, yeah. I mean, or the Heat, like even the
Yeah.
Heat.
Yeah, we can't let's not knock the Heat, man.
James Harden doing his normal thing, 22 points, 14 assists. Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's nasty. Tyrese Maxey, I just mentioned earlier, like he had 38 points and he's
A
leading.
point a minute.
Like that's absolutely insane. He's leading. Like even Tobias Harris, like every one of this team is doing their thing, dude. And
That's what I'm saying. If their top four can do that every game, which I mean, Tyrese Maxey, I expect Tyrese Maxey probably to average on the playoffs at least 20.
I can see it.
I don't see another 38-point game. That's just one of them things you get hot and you just own.
Absolutely. Like
And plus you playing with James Harden and Joel Embiid.
right.
So he just called hot that game though. Like it was ridiculous
Mhm.
how much he affected that game.
Like I respect the Raptors and what they've done this year. Like no one really expected them to even make the playoffs, let alone have like a rookie of the year candidate. Because now, like, a lot of people were high on Scotty Barnes.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, "Who's this? Like, why is he in the fourth pick?" But the same thing. Raptors, I think they're gonna get swept. No debate, in my opinion. Like Philadelphia
Nothing
just
didn't
have,
pull out. Well,
Philadelphia's going
honestly,
away.
after losing Scotty Barnes, I can see that.
Yeah, it's tough. They lost their defense. They lost a lot of scoring from him as well. Like only so much can a 6-foot Fred VanVleet do. Like
Yeah.
let's be honest. Like especially against a duo of Harden and Embiid. Absolutely insane. All right, you want to talk about this most improved player, Miles Bridges?
Intermission. Look up his stats right now.
All right, let's look at Miles Bridges. We only have about 11 more minutes on here, so we'll have to hurry up a little bit. Miles Bridges. Stats. So I am high on Miles Bridges. Like I love him. He's a good player. Like I like what he does. He's really came on since his rookie year. He should have been a Clipper, but Shea was a Clipper. So fun fact for you. Let's look here. Season stats.
His shooting splits. Now I'm looking at his shooting splits did go down, especially his 3-pointer. But 8-point. He jumped 8 points.
Is this the 2022 season or 2021 season? Because that's what I'm trying to find.
2021, because it's 21-22.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he had a huge jump in 2019.
And you can't make an excuse for dropping 7% in threes. He does take more shots, but still, you gotta at least shoot. DeMar DeRozan shooting 35% from three. So.
He's never like really been that guy from three either.
Exactly, but if you gonna shoot him, you gotta make him.
Exactly. And 20 points, like there's no case really. There's no case. He reduced too much in.
I see he reducing his shooting stats, so I can see why you say that.
Yeah. Back to the playoffs. The series probably I'm here all for. The number 7 seed Minnesota Timberwolves finally are back in the playoffs. They made it back like a few years ago with Jimmy Butler was there for 1 year and then dipped and went to did he go from Minnesota to Philly? Yeah, he went to Philly.
Yeah, Minnesota, Philly, then Miami.
Yeah, that's crazy. Jimmy Butler's a dog. I want to see his documentary.
I
Yeah.
wanna. I wish I could see the clips from the practice that he had when he was with the
Oh my
Timberwolves.
God.
That
Please.
bro, that'd probably be
I'd
so
cry.
tough.
Cat's definitely gotten tougher with him. Without him, with Pat Bev there. So let's just do a quick recapping of these. Timberwolves and the Grizzlies. I mean, not much you could say. Anthony Edwards. Ralph says he's the face of the NBA in a few years.
I feel like he's gonna be one of the faces, man. 36
He'll
points
be
in
one
your first
of.
NBA. One of the faces, definitely.
He's also
36 points.
facing one of those faces right now.
Exactly, John Morant.
John Morant, and the fact that this whole everyone in their mom was probably one. If you're a Timberwolves fan, you're hoping to play the Grizzlies, in my opinion, because they're an easier.
They're a young. They're a younger team. The only playoff experience I can see really is Kyle Anderson and Steven Adams.
Mhm.
Really, so they're a young team, not a lot of playoff experience, but John Morant,
Tyus
he
Jones,
had
I think.
yeah, I think Tyus Jones made it.
Mhm.
I think with the Spurs.
No.
A couple years ago?
Who did Tyus Jones play before he came to the Grizzlies? Now I forget. I should know. Was it Minnesota?
Timberwolves.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
Timberwolves.
Minnesota. Yeah, what do you know?
I'm thinking about his
So-
brother.
Won that one. Oh yeah, Trey Jones. Shout out Duke. But the thing is, everyone on this team for the Grizzlies, but Jaren Jackson, he got absolutely destroyed by Cat. By the way. Oh
Yeah, hey,
my God.
that dunk was disgusting. But Jaren Jackson, I think he had 6 or 7 blocks.
I think
if
the
he
nerves
can-
just got him.
If he can do that and stay out of, he was in foul trouble too, so he wasn't in a lot.
True.
You got to remember, Steven Adams, foul trouble. He had 5 fouls going into the fourth, I think. And Jaren Jackson, he got 5 fouls in the fourth. So, no, he got 5 fouls in the third as well. So,
Yeah.
if they can stay out of foul trouble, I say 6 games.
For the Timberwolves or Grizzlies,
Grizzlies.
I'm gonna have to
You go.
counteract that one because this is there's so many things you can say about this Grizzlies team. Cat, huge step up this year. Pat Bev being there absolutely helps their defense out and a voice in the locker room that can help them go the
Mhm.
long road. D'Angelo Russell, we all know he's been there before. He's been to the playoffs.
Yeah, with the
And-
Brooklyn Nets.
He's been all around the league so far this year.
And then
All his career. He's really stepped up. Everyone on this team is being led by the second-year player, Anthony Edwards. In my opinion, Cat, okay, but Edwards is the man on a mission, and I think it's gonna be tough. This game, it'll go 6 or 7. John Morant ain't nothing go by him.
y'all see that?
But I got
you see
Minnesota.
the post he made on Instagram.
I did. It was what was it again? About?
It was Michael Jordan.
Yep.
I think it was the one after he just lost a playoff game too.
Yeah, exactly. John Morant means business, boys. Watch
But,
out.
I mean, if you got Malik Beasley dropping 23, and you got Patrick Beverly dropping at least 10, 12.
We have a visitor. Should I grab the remote? Oh, it's Joseph Moore. Guest visitor
What's
Joe Moore
up,
hopping
Joe?
on.
I
Is
heard
this
Pat
what we're
Bev.
thinking?
That's all I heard.
It's
I'm
all
just
he
saying, if-
needed.
And I just want to say Pat Bev is the greatest player in the NBA.
Oh yeah.
For starters, he's my favorite player in the NBA. Because, if you think about it, Pat Bev,
You want the mic?
he's the first, that's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Let's turn you on, man.
Yeah, let's
Get you in on this. A visitor all of a sudden. Joe Moore has entered the building. A wild Joe.
All I'm gonna say is Pat Bev is the perfect grit and grind guy for a young team in the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
He can absolutely the way he's influenced and put his footprint on this young Timberwolves team is absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he's done it, making everybody buy in defensively, that was the whole thing with Karl Anthony Towns and in Timberwolves gears that he can defend and stuff. He is talking trash now. He's playing dirty. He's
Oh.
and I absolutely love it because that is the
True.
intensity that a young team like this needs for sure.
Literally, when I first seen the trade, I was like, "Oh, Patrick Beverly's going to the Timberwolves. We'll see how that goes." But literally like he's a leader on that team, bro. He's turned that team around, especially defensively. Like it's just amazing how much better defensively they've overcome because,
Man.
like you said, Cat he was not a defensive player, but now, like and now they're the villain, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I love
You
They
could say
they
he
literally
was a little
they're
soft, I guess. I wouldn't say Cat was
you
soft.
can't say Cat soft, man, but he cared more about, we can say it like this, he cared more about offense than he did defense.
Yeah, because like the thing with NBA players in general is that it's hard. It's really hard to buy in on both sides of the court. Not necessarily from like because I feel like every NBA player has the physical tools to be at least an average defender.
Yeah.
But like when you're on a losing team like Cat was for forever, and
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna be playing my heart out on defense when I'm gonna win 20 games, 25 games in a season.
It all matters differently.
Exactly. So like you put like Zach LaVine on like a good team like he was this year relatively, and then you're actually gonna be able to play some defense and stuff.
Right on, right on.
I definitely see that.
Well, Joseph, would you like to stay there for the duration of the show? Might as well. I mean, we got 3 more games we're going through.
Well,
Be real quick.
I actually had to step in because we have Sports Extra.
Okay. We're going to wrap this up real quick. We got the Jazz Mavs. Ralph, what do you see?
Jazz Mavs. It just depends on when Luka's coming back, honestly, bro.
Absolutely. I mean,
because I think they say he's out game 1 and 2.
They're trying to bring him back too, but he's probably gonna be out.
Yeah, he's probably
yeah. I mean, looking at the things now with how Utah, they're in the same team every year. It seems like they could be a threat, but at the same time, it's just not gonna. It's not gonna be their year. Whoa, where are you going? Whoa. Oh my gosh. The Suns and Pelicans, even like the fact that
that's gonna be. Love the Pelicans.
Everyone knows
love Bi. Love CJ. You know it's gonna be a sweep.
New Orleans
you know
are
what
about
time
to
it
sweep.
is.
I've seen people talk crazy on the Suns' name over like the last because they were talking about like, I wouldn't be surprised this year's go to 7. I'm like, if y'all do not,
You need to stop talking.
Bro,
You actually believe that?
People be losing People are losing their minds because the Suns are literally the most consistent team in the
They're
NBA.
the best team in the NBA.
They're the best. Like they're the most consistent team, bro.
Absolutely.
When you got CP3 and Devin Booker, like when they're playing together and neither one of them is injured or missing a game, they're pretty hard to beat.
It is.
Man. They're pretty hard to
Let's be
freaking
honest here,
beat.
boys. Phoenix, sweep. Love Bi, one of my favorite young players in the NBA. But there's no beating Chris Paul. It's his time to shine.
Bro, hot take, if he doesn't get it this year,
The
it's
last
over.
game we got here, Denver, Golden State. On paper, really good. But things how it's stacking up. Steph Curry,
Man.
playoff Curry. Oh man. He is back. Flight is freaking out right now. Shout out Flight. Like Jordan Poole, even he's stepping up.
He's hooping.
Draymond's
Yo.
doing his thing.
It's all about.
I seen
like the others with Nuggets, but yeah.
I seen a thing. What y'all think? I seen a thing. They said, if Jordan Poole continues to play like this, the Warriors can think about trading Clay. I don't think that's a good idea. I just want to know what y'all think about it.
No.
That's just I've heard it.
Like a physical reaction to that, and like again, I like Jordan Poole. Shout out to him. He almost won me a fantasy championship, but like, dog, he's nice. Don't get me wrong.
He's no Clay.
But Clay's a lifer. If he's not a lifer, that's an absolute injustice from the Warriors front office. If he asked for a max contract at the end of his contract, I've been like, okay, maybe. But yeah,
maybe.
Nah.
I mean, 30 points, man.
He was hoping.
Absolutely. And the thing is, with Denver, Jokic, he can do all he can, but
He need help.
there's one big other that they're missing.
Will Barton
missed
dropped
all year.
24, but after that,
Yeah, Will Barton had a pretty good game, but like
after that, it's a big
Aaron
drop off
Gordon
in
had, like,
ports.
8. He didn't even.
He had
Exactly.
8 points.
Like
You scored one more point than Jeff Green in 2022. Like, stop. Shout out to every team in the playoffs this year. We're gonna stick to it. We're gonna let the Sports Extra guys go on after us, but stick here next week. Sports Extra Uncut's gonna cover everything going on in the playoffs. Talk about the NBA NFL draft coming up in just next Thursday, so that'll be a lot huge. We'll get one more episode before that ends, or gets that all set up and ready to go. But in the meantime, Ralph, got any more final words?
Go Sycamores. That's what I say every
He
time.
says it every
Go
time.
Sycamore, simple.
Go Sycamores.
I like it.
Everyone have a great day. As always, until next time, I've been your host, Kobe Clark, Ralph Council, and a special wild guest, Joe Moore. Until next time, everyone have a great rest of your weekend. Peace out.